What up, guys? It's your boy, Legendary Ramen Gamer here, and I'm gonna go over all the DLC that came out for Star Wars EA Front. Yeah, so the first DLC is called like Outland Territory or something, and the first planet's got like Solus, which is like a volcano planet. First game was called Extraction. You got these like objective points that you want to push it to if you're the rebels. It's like a shipment, you like have to go up, you gotta stop the shipment. And sometimes people just beat you down when you're trying to stop it as the Empire. Because the rebels are the one pushing the shipment, it's like a reverse on that, the Walker Assault kind of thing. But really it's just kind of like you're playing Overwatch, with your buddies, you're moving the shipment, you're keeping the shipment stuck, So it's a little different, but it's kind of the same. And sometimes you got Bosk and you're running around as Bosk and you're like killing people, you got grenades, and then Bosk has got like the cool like thermal vision, like Predator, He's a badass for sure, badass reptile man. And look, I just killed Nina with him, Lando's girlfriend. She did. And sometimes Luke just kills you from the back. And yeah, here you got like like it's from the rebel side, but here time we're in Jabba's palace. This ain't no Solus, and we're just walking around shooting. And yeah, fuck those guys with the shields. And yeah, you kind of explore. There's like little areas, little cells you're running around, playing with your friends, and you're shooting. And sometimes you see a guy in the corner, like, I could probably take that guy out. I mean, just one guy, and then you're like, oh, fuck. He's got Veda, he's got another friend. Shit, what do I do? Oh, man, I'm so dead. Except you got this gun, that I picked up earlier, and I charged it, and I killed them all. So, sometimes little moments like that make the game worth playing. Other times you're playing here, but you're playing, like, hero versus villains, and right now I'm a villain. Stormtrooper, and sometimes you see your boy Darth Vader having trouble with Luke Skywalker, so you just go up and shoot him in the back with a shotgun, just like happened in the movies. And Leia's giving him trouble, so you shoot her with a shotgun. And sometimes you're Bosk and you're like got a grenade launcher, and you're shooting, and like Luke foolishly is gonna go kill Vader, but the grenades only hurt Luke, they don't hurt Vader. So as Bosk, I'm just gonna keep shooting a bunch of grenades, and then I kill Luke as Bosk. Sometimes you're Emperor Han Lincoln, and you got Vader's in trouble with the boy Han Solo, so you go up there and shock him a bit. If you're lightning, you kill him and he dies. And then sometimes it's got like Vader versus Luke, and you're running over there. You want to help your friend. You don't want him to die, so you kind of just start electrocuting things. It's kind of like, I call this a Return of the Jedi. Maybe Luke defeats Vader, but Emperor will always beat Luke with lightning. As long as Vader's dead, which he is in this case. So villains win. Yeah, and sometimes you play the game and it's frustrating because you have to spawn as a stormtrooper, but then some AFK asshole is Vader and is just sitting there and basically causes your team to lose. Other times you're playing, you're playing a Bespin DLC, and you got the Fighter Squadron, which is probably the coolest level Fighter Squadron, You got the mist, you got the fog, you got the gas, and you got these like floating platforms, That's how you know it's Star Wars. You're killing things while dodging things while flying around in the gas, That's Star Wars to me. Other times you can be like a little cloud car, flying around enjoying. Basically you're not playing the game because the cloud car sucks, so you kind of just look around at the pretty sights. Look, Cloud City, it's over there. Sometimes you're actually on Cloud City and you're running around as like a Twi'lek bitch, and you got guns and you're like a badass motherfucker because you can kill anything, And I do mean anything, even like the Stormtrooper, he's so dead. And, even when they try to, like, flash bomb you and you can't see, you're still gonna kill them, son of a bitch, Even though he had the advantage, I totally took him out with my little style. And then, this game mode is called Sabotage, and it's all about, sabotaging the enemy. Apparently you're just setting off these bombs that are placed around. I don't know what they do. They just kind of explode and nothing happens, Sometimes you're playing in, like, the carbon freezing chambers, and you got, like, a different alien. Duratan or some shit, and he's got like the rebel, pilot suit, and you're just blowing up stuff. Like, why would the Empire care if you blew up Cloud City's carbonite freezing chamber? I don't think they would, but sometimes you just gotta lay there and just take it. And other times in Sabotage, you actually get to be heroes. So the rebels, they get the heroes the first time around, you know. You get to be Han Solo. You go to the room where Lando betrayed you, you know. You walk through. You see this great thing that opens up and turns on when you go inside. It's pretty cool. But only Luke really saw that in the movie. Sometimes some assholes like camping outside, you know, waiting for people to go by. And then, you know, other times a bunch of stormtroopers are shooting at you, and you're shooting back at them. You kill them sometimes, and you kill their little gun placements to save your friends. And yeah, you do stuff like that. But if your heroes die and you're defending the last base on Sabotage, then that's when the villains get their heroes, which is pretty imbalanced, you know. Like, sure, you may be able to hold this, like, forever, because you have, like, an unfair advantage, you know. You just gotta defend. But then when, you know, Dengar comes in and, like, kills everybody with his grenades and, like, his big chain gun, you know, you kind of just sit there and wonder, did they think about this game mode before they, like, programmed it? Or they just say, hey, let's do this, and then just went straight to programming, and then later were like, maybe this isn't the best or funnest game mode. But, you know, it's cool. You're in Cloud City, and, you know, I'll take my time. I'll get in there, try to kill the villains, but, of course, they just sneak up behind you, kill you in the back. And then, you know, you got the Death Star DLC, where it's like this fan fiction, you know, what if the Rebels just did an all-out attack on the Death Star, and the Death Star wasn't really going to blow up yet before, you know? And the Death Star has, like, these Star Destroyers out there, so... In this game mode, you got, like, Boba Fett is, like, helping defend the Star Destroyer, and the Rebels are going in, and they're trying to blow up the Star Destroyer, you know, it's the first round in space, and it's pretty cool, you know, it's got, like, space battles. Kind of shows they could have done space battles all along if they just had the time, you know. But I guess they just didn't want to say that for DLC. So then, yeah, you kind of blow up the bridge, and then you run into it sometimes. And, yeah, and then you're inside, you know. Not me, like I'm just another rebel person, but now I'm inside the Death Star, which is pretty cool, you know. This is probably the most realistic looking Death Star on the inside. Looks just like the movie. It's got the doors. And you gotta go save R2-D2. Sometimes your friend became R2, so you could like hang out with him. And sometimes Vader's there and he just chokes you. He chokes a bitch. And you gotta help R2 get out of there because he's got the plans, you know. He tells him where to shoot the missile down the hole to kill the Death Star. And you know, maybe you get the chance to be R2. You can run up and you press square really quick. And sometimes you got Chewbacca with you and he's helping you out as R2. That's pretty cool. And you just piss and smoke everywhere. It's pretty cool. And as R2, you know, you're running around and sometimes you get electrocuted. It's not the best. You're not exactly sure where to go, but you're kind of leading the way. You can't really do any damage. And as R2, he's got like an array of gadgets. You know, he's got the mist. He's got the lightning, you know, which disables like the people around him. And then he's got a lot of different moves. He's a little robot. And then all of a sudden you're back in the ships, you know, back in. As rebels, you're going to go down the trenches, the gridded trenches to like blow it up. As the Empire, you're going to kind of kill them. You're going to kill some rebel bitches, you know, you're going to kill them in their X-Wings. You kind of chase after them. Now, only 3 X-Wings at a time can actually go in and destroy the Death Star, have the option to. So you got to fight them, but it's pretty cool because it kind of feels like the actual movies. Feels like Return of the Jedi, you know, you're going down in the little cramped areas, flying around. You know, this didn't happen so much in the original movie, but they kind of mix them together. And, you know, you see TIE fighters fall out of the air, blow up and stuff, and you think, like, wow, what a scripted event. Except it's not scripted, you know? It's like those are real people playing. It just naturally feels like the actual movie. You know, they kind of got that right. And, you know, sometimes as an X-Wing, you don't get to be the person that blows it up. Sometimes you're more like a wedge or like a, you know, big Starklighter. You're just kind of flying around, you know? You're kind of flying, following your Luke Skywalker, you know? He gets the option to blow it up, and you're just kind of there. You're there to support him, but it still feels Star Wars, you know? You're flying around the trenches. You got these things you got to avoid. You got, like, people coming down. Sometimes you got to help defend your friend, because there's TIE Fighter. Sometimes Darth Vader kills you, you know, because you're bigs. And, but yeah, it's pretty cool. Eventually, sometimes your friends blow it up, and then you see the Death Star explode. And it's a good feeling when you're the Rebels to see that. You know, you got the final DLC, the Rogue One DLC, you know, which, you know, not so memorable. It's kind of new. It's kind of just feeding off the movie. And it's a cool planet, you know, Scarif. It's a cool planet. And as the Empire, you're kind of shooting these U-Wings out of the sky, you know, before they get to the big hole. And they got a bunch of rebel buddies on there, so you're trying to destroy them. And it's pretty easy at first, but then like a bunch of them come, and it gets a little harder. And then, you know, sometimes there's like an X-Wing who just lines up behind you and just kills you real easy. It's pretty lame. Then if the U-Wings make it, you know, as the Empire, you gotta defend these drop ships, I guess, from getting blown up, because in the movie they blew them up. And so you're supposed to stop that. Sometimes you can get cool things like a rocket launcher. You see some poor rebel scum just walks into view and you kill him with a rocket, and that's pretty fun. And you know, it's kind of similar to the other game modes, like, you know, you gotta stop the bombs from going off. So you go up, you hold down square if you're playing PS5. And sometimes, like, you're defending one, but then the other side wasn't getting defended. You got a bunch of idiots on your team, so you run over real quick, trying to kill things, and they kill you. And yeah, they only need to blow up once, so you gotta really defend both as the Empire. And the final stage happens, they got like the data tape, so it's like a capture the flag thing. Kinda take from point A to point B, and as the Empire, you just gotta kill some bitches, you know? You don't have to really do anything, you know? It's pretty mindless, you just think about killing them. Like, the rebels are the ones that have to run to places, and you can just stand, and you can jump and fly, and sometimes a guy flies and he jumps, and then you got like this little duel going on, you know, and that's pretty cool. Moments like that where you're like fighting the other guy. It's pretty neat. And sometimes you can sneak up behind idiots who like aren't really looking, you know, you just hit them in the back, and they die. It's like Halo 2. Because, you know, Halo 2 invented that. The other times you can blow them up with your pistol. Sometimes you gotta hide in like a bush. Sometimes you got like friends helping you out. Sometimes your friend foolishly goes up and sacrifices himself so you can kill like the people that you were waiting to kill the whole time, you know. It's a Call of Duty game, really. People just run up and get shot. And sometimes you win, you know, and that's how you play the game, really. Yeah, so would this have been cool if it was in the like base game from the get-go? Yeah. Would people have loved it if it was like in the base game for free? Yeah. Would that have helped people, like, not be mad at this EA front? Yeah. EA was fronting, y'all, you know? They should have just, you know, given the game out, like, complete, instead of in these segments. Would have been pretty fun, but it'll forever be tainted. It's their own damn fault.